Hey YouTube, Mimori here, bringing you a deck profile for Cardfight Vanguard. I decided to focus a little bit on Vanguard to start off my channel a little bit. It is the main game I play, and I've been wanting to do some YouTube videos about it, so I figured I'd start with a deck profile. This is my main deck. It is MLB. So we got our awesome starter here, Wingull Brave. It is the best Royal Paladin starter right now. I know that'll change probably in the future when MLB is not as popular, but for Royal Paladins, the blasters are the way to go. Wingull Brave, of course, you know, he has a Forerunner, so he calls himself back, and then when he boosts a blaster card, you can put him into the soul, for basically no cost, and search out another blaster, so he's obviously needed in this deck. My trigger lineup is pretty simple. I play 4 Lu, I play 4 Epona, and I play 4 draws. I play 2 Margall and 2 Weapons Dealer Govannon, and the reason why I do that is because I kind of want to fool my opponent into thinking I play 8 draw, because I feel like that's almost a little bit more of a threat than 12 critical. That's why I don't play 3 different versions of crits. I just feel like it's a little bit better because it makes them think that I'm not going to hit double crit a lot with MLB when then I end up doing that. I do actually do that a lot in this deck. I hit double crit with MLB all the time, and it ends games real quick. But that's my trigger lineup, and then of course, as with any good Vanguard deck that needs it, I also play 4 heal, and of course, you know, Royal Paladins only have Elaine right now as the heal trigger. Grade 1s, I'm always going to say this regardless of whatever deck I play. 4 Perfect Guards is necessary in Vanguard. I'm sorry, there are very few decks that can get away with not playing 4 Perfect Guard. One of those is definitely the End. I mean, I think the End can get away with playing 3, and maybe some lower tier decks like Grand Blue and Great Nature and things of that nature, but other than that, I don't think any other deck can get away with not playing 4 Perfect Guard. Just standard anymore, especially with cross rides and break rides. Play 2 Toy Pungal. I used to play this at 4, and the reason why I don't do that anymore is because I ran into the problem of not getting Palamedes a lot, and as a grade 3, you know, because you want to have MLB as your Vanguard and then have Palamedes as your rear, and I just never got Palamedes. It was really bad, so I started playing, I used to play 2 of K and 4 of Toy Pungal, but I switched it. K is better, especially late game when I'm not necessarily top decking like you would call it in Yu-Gi-Oh, but I'm at the point where I'm like, you know, I really need something to attack with, and I can't draw into a grade 2. Well, there's K. He can go in the front and be a 10 when he attacks. So I feel like that's a good backup for that. Got 4 Marin, yay, standard AK booster. Good as your substitute ride for Wingull Brave, because typically when Wingull Brave is up, I want to ride him and then have him call back and then use him, all 4 of him, for boosters later on in the game. I don't like riding Marin, but you do what you have to do. And then something I've been testing in this deck that I really like a lot, I play a 1 of Black Sage Charon. Charon's good just because it's another, you know, 8 booster behind your rear guard or your Vanguard. The only thing that sucks is when you have to ride your 1 Charon over Wingull Brave because he doesn't get to call back, which kind of sucks, but I mean, if he's the only grade 1 you pull, well, that's just your luck. Grade 2s are really simple. 4 Blaster Blade, 4 Blaster Dark, and 4 Galatine. This will change a little bit whenever I get Blaster Blade Spirits. I don't know if I'll be playing Galatine anymore just because Galatine is good, but Blaster Blade Spirit is better. Because not only is he a 10, but I can search off Wingull Brave with him because of the blaster, and it'll just be a lot better in the future. I don't know if I will continue to play as many darks. As you'll notice, I don't play a Starcall Trumpeter, and the reason why I don't play Starcall Trumpeter is because once I play her, use her effect, get a blaster, she's dead meat. I mean, she's not going to do anything, and 8K is so hard to defend now, especially with cross rides and break rides, because, you know, you get a cross ride there, it's 13, I can't even block her with a 10, I have to, or a 5, I have to waste a 10 on her, so it just kind of sucks. I'd rather not do that. So that's why I started playing Galatine, because I can guard with a 10 with him, and basically any rear guard or even the Vanguard, you know, I can kind of defend. I can defend him easier. Of course, these are still 9s, which, you know, just comes with the territory of playing Blaster Dark and Blaster Blade. But I like the deck the way it is. And then we have our grade 3s, which is fairly simple. I play 3 Palamedes. I have played 4 Palamedes, but I just feel like it's too cloggy. I mean, at 3 I draw him a lot. It would be crazy to have him at 4 again. That would drive me nuts. And then 3 MLB. I have no intention of ever playing 4 MLB in this deck because of how many cards, you know, I know I only have Wing All Brave to search for him, but I feel like I always have MLB. I've never not had him when I needed him. It's never really come up. But this deck, I've been playing it for quite a long time. Royal Paladins were the first deck I ever built on my own. The first deck I ever played was Narukami, and that was built by me and a friend. But Royal Paladins was the first deck I built by myself. I originally played an Alfred beat version before set 5 came out, and then when Majesty Lord Blaster came out, I was like, yay, I get my own pseudo cross ride. But I like the deck. I usually do pretty well at locals. I never really have any issues. When we went to the team tournament, me and my 2 teammates, for that weekend, we got 5th at our team tournament, but for that weekend I went 3-1, and I thought that was pretty good. I played 3 Great Dayusha decks and a Zeal deck, and you'll hear me say this 1,000 times from now until I stop doing these videos, but Zeal is broken. Zeal is extremely broken. I feel like the grade 3 Zeal is probably the strongest card in the game right now. And I know I really probably underestimate the end, but I just don't feel like the end is as bad. I don't fear the blood at all. Glory Maelstrom can kind of suck because you can't perfect guard him when he's at limit break, but I mean, there's not much you can do about that. But that's my deck profile. I hope y'all enjoyed. I have 2 more decks that I'll probably do a deck profile of when I get them completed. I'm still waiting on some cards to show up, and I've also been working with some friends of mine to get y'all some pack openings pretty soon, so look forward to that. So please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.